The world premiere of the heartwarming musical romantic comedy Boynton Beach Club takes place tonight at Manatee Performing Arts Center. It's the story of aging South Florida baby boomers whose lives intersect at a local bereavement club and soon find themselves back in the dating game. Well, the team behind this production has a pretty impressive resume, and I'm so happy to be joined today by composer Ned Ginsburg and director Rick Kirby. What an honor to have you gentlemen here this morning. Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
So let's start with this storyline, which was a movie, by the way, and the same woman, we're going to talk about her in just a second, who had a hand in the movie, helped with this production as well. This is like a plot, I think, perfect not only for Florida, but for humor as well. Tell us about this story. I know I kind of introduced it a little bit.
Well, there are four or five main characters who are introduced early on, and we get to know each one of them, and they start to date, some with one another. And, you know, it starts out a little bit sad. By the end, there's kind of a happy ending.
Good. Well, talk about the woman who this was her brainchild and the creation, again, who helped put this together as well. Okay,
so the film Boynton Beach Club, which came out in 2006, was had Susan Seidelman as its director and screenwriter, based on stories that her mother, who's a Boynton Beach resident, told her. And Susan fashioned this movie around those stories. And we saw this, when I say we, a songwriter and I, we saw it and said this could be a good musical. And we found Susan in New York, and we were able to work things out with her. And now she is our book writer. She's writing the script, the dialogue, and she's part of our team who's put together the project as is.
And that's what I was talking about when we're bragging about this team, by the way. Credits for you include Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast on Broadway. So what an honor to have you kind of be a part of this as well. And why don't you kind of explain too what you're most excited about to bring this to the Bay Area?
Well, how wonderful to get to work directly with this wonderful group of artists who are coming in, and how wonderful for our actors to direct directly with the composer and the writer, and they're adapting the scripts to their talents and their personalities. So it's a fun kind of incubator that we can hopefully build this baby to send out into the world.
Well, and that's what I wanted to touch on too. So again, it premieres tonight, the world premiere here in the Bay Area. And then what do we hope from here? I mean, what's the potential? I mean, obviously I know kind of big dreams, pie in the sky thing, but where could this go?
Well, I love to dream big, so we're hoping that we have some opportunities within the state of Florida. Is so geared for our audiences here, but who knows? I mean, I say dream big and see what happens.
Yeah. Talk about the music. We're about to hear a performance a little bit. Tell us a little bit about the song that we're going to hear. I know you kind of cut it down for the magic of TV and for our show, but maybe set it up for us a little bit.
Okay, so there's two characters, Jack and Sandy, who met at the bereavement club. And they are about to go on their very first date. And when you see them singing together, they're actually in separate spaces. He's in his space and she's in hers. So even though you're going to see them standing next to each other, they're actually in their own worlds. And they're both a bit nervous.
Which I'd imagine again is just rich and ready for good music, for good storytelling, for good, you know, especially musically as well, right?
Sure.
Was that just a good incubator for that?
Sure. I mean, there's many situations from the film that we saw the film and said, wow, there's a song, there's a song, there's a...
Does it match the film pretty closely?
Yes and no. Yes and no. We made some significant departures in some ways.
All right, well, Ned, why don't you go walk over to the runway and kind of join them, and I can't wait to hear this. Again, it is premiering tonight, but it's going to be here in the next couple of weeks, so make sure you get your tickets. There's the website and phone number to call.
Am I still attractive? I guess. Is there competition? Who knows? If my wife could have a say, would she give me permission? Would I pull my back out or be racked with doubts and fears? Going on my first date in a million years.
What have I gotten myself into this time? Have I been too forward? Oh boy, like some shallow swinger. How cheap. Am I gonna put myself through yet one more ringer? Will he be my new white knight, or more like Dorian Gray? Going on my first date, in too long to say.
I'm not sure I remember what to do.
Take a deep breath.
I don't want to hurt her feelings.
No turning back now, not with all this Shalimar.
Help me find the courage, please God, so this evening ends right. Oh crap, if not meant as lovers, we may still remain friends, right?
May this be the start of magic nights.
The moment nears, let this be the best date. I don't mean the worst date. This'll be my best date in a minute.